So, the iBattle one and done for event just ended not too long ago. Like, it's a lot to say about this event. Yes, it's a lot to say about the event. You know, honestly, salute the Lex Luthor, iBattle staff. This is my first time really watching an iBattle event. They really do have a wide variety of talent over there. Um, a lot of the talent that was on the card tonight were newer battlers. So salute to that. Um, you got 14 one-rounders tonight. 14 one-rounders. So salute to Lex Luthor and the staff for creating a development card where newer talents can be a part of battle rap and kind of, dip into it and kind of get themselves together. So, we're going to start off with the first battle of the night. North Star versus Isolated. I wasn't familiar with North Star or Isolated, but overall, it was a cool battle. My only thing was Isolated had a bunch of North and Star flips, which was pretty predictable. That was the only thing for me. The bars ended up being predictable after a point. He had a lot of jokes. They were cool. He did have a dope Star Stratosphere bar. That was dope. Overall, Isolated rap well. He rapped well. I'm not gonna say all of his bars were directed toward North Star. It did sound like he was just rapping at points. Just rhyming things together. Not necessarily that they went with the round or at his opponent. I was waiting for like a haymaker or really good bar from him, and I didn't get it. He raps very well. Isolated raps very well. But I didn't get that moment or that haymaker bar that had me going crazy. I didn't get it in this round. He had a if you star spell backwards spells rat, that was cool. It was okay. Overall his round was cool. It was cool, nothing crazy. Then North Star, he had a few dope bars in my opinion. He had the "You won't even see the fire, but you'll hear the click." Basically how like the stove. A lot of times you don't see the fire, but when you do the button, you hear the click when it comes on. That was cool. He had just an old school razor, like a flip phone. That was cool. The bulldog make little dogs out of Great Danes. That was a cool bar. A defensive threat I'm not wanting to ISO with. That was dope. I know y'all wanted the ISO, but he ain't know he'd be on Revis Island. Good football NFL reference. Darrell Revis. When people would have to line up with him, they called it Revis Island. So that was another dope one. North Star Ice Baby Bar was dope. I gave it to North Star. North Star 1-0. Cool battle. Wasn't familiar with either one of them, but I like what I saw from them. So that was a cool way to kick off the iBattle one and done 4 event. Next battle was Trey versus Chano. Um, Chano went first. He had I'm only giving you flowers because this is your grave site. That was cool. Chano had a bunch of drug talk, bunch of basketball references. Um, Chano had a Low Supreme reference in one of the bars, but he did he did stumble, he did choke. But he got it back and he kept going and he finished the round. So Chano had a good had an okay round, even with the slip up. Um, Trey went. Trey had a cool anime reference. I don't watch anime, so don't quote me on what the name of the anime is, but I do know it was an anime reference. Now, for me, what killed me far as Trey was he was rapping very, very well. The man pulled his phone out to look at his phone to remember his bars. So that automatically, I was over it with that. So put the phone away because he's rapping. Um, then he pulled out his phone a second time. So I'm really like, oh come on, bro, this really what we doing? So puts his phone away and he finishes off the round. He finished off the round pretty good. He did. But he choked too. But for me, I gave Chano the round. I gave him the round. Um, Granted, both of them had okay material. That was an okay battle. Um, Next battle after that was Big Stan versus Big Rail. Big Stan versus Big Rail, battle of the big boys. Big Rail went first. He had a bunch of fat jokes. Sports bar. He had a sports. It was a Kansas City Chiefs scheme that Big Rail did. It was dope in my opinion. Cool round for him. Big Stan went. He had a bunch of fat jokes. He said he ran back some bars as if he was trying not to stumble, and you could kind of pick up on it. The pacing was not well with a lot of battlers tonight. That it was like they were rapping, trying to remember their bars and trying not to stumble or choke. So they were running bars back. The pacing was not there. And it's understandable because most of them are newer battlers. So, it's not a big issue. The more money battle, this is something they're going to figure out along with breath control. So, cool. Um, I gave it to Big Stan 1-0. That was another battle that was just okay for me. It was just okay for me. Um, then you had Big Chief Smash versus Dracula's Shock. Now, this battle kind of went viral because Dracula's Shock is transgender. I believe this is the first time in probably iBattle history that a transgender person has battled on their platform. And then another thing that went viral with the battle was that she caught the coin toss and swallowed the coin. That was crazy. That definitely went viral. Everybody's been talking about that. Um, so that's a highlight of that battle. First time seeing Dracula's Shock. Not bad. Not bad. I would want to see her again. I would want to see her again. Um, Not a bad performance. But you are mad tall. You gotta be every bit of like 6'6". Every bit of like 6'6". Like, granted, Big Chief Smash looked very tiny, standing next to Dracula's shop. Looked tiny beside her. Um, Smash Round was cool. A lot of jokes, a lot of jokes, but he was very entertaining with what he was saying. So I gave it to Big Chief Smash 1-0. That was a cool battle. Definitely viral for the corn toss part. So don't be surprised when that video goes floating around. Now, the battle that I had been waiting for off this iBattle one and done for a card. The the main matchup that I watched the card for. Phantom versus Almighty Phenom. Now, we did a face off with them. I did a face off with them. And Phantom's been talking crazy leading up to this battle. Probably for like the last 2 weeks leading up to the battle. And I said to him, I hope you win this battle with how you chat. You know, hashtag just a dead nigga. Now, Phantom goes first. Phantom goes first, rapping good, you know. Then he pulls out paperwork talking about Almighty Phenom booked Zuda Shooter to battle. And he was supposed to get $150. He only got $20 of it. He still owed him $130. Something about he used the money for back therapy or something like that, you know. And then he didn't really like dive in with that. Then he kind of just went back into just rapping. Then he unzipped his hoodie and he kind of did like the preaching part. Um, Phantom, like Phantom had a cool round, but he needed to talk about the paperwork more. Like you pulled out the paperwork and you real quick talked about it, so it wasn't used properly, like how you should have used it, you know. And then I, like you had some drop spots in it. You have some drop spots in it. Some parts just wasn't like hidden. It wasn't. Um, you know, Phenom went from the gate, was on it, punching crazy. Phenom got you good when he pulled out the Jason mask on you. Because if you follow Phantom wears like the mask and it cuts off at a point. Now there's a picture that's going around that shows them both of the masks on, like standing face to face each other. And it was like his evil twin. Hilarious. It is hilarious. Like Omni Phenom was on a mission. He was on a mission as far as this battle. Because Phantom been talking crazy. Talking about how Phenom been here 10 years, he ain't done nothing. Talking about him being part of RBE intake, this, that, and the third. He been in some of the RBE spaces talking crazy, you know. But Phenom stepped up to the plate. Phenom won. Almighty Phenom 1-0, you know. And even after the battle on Twitter, pretty much everybody said the same thing. The paperwork part he could have used way more. Like it was just like, bam, you got the paperwork. You said something real quick, and then you passed the paperwork back. You didn't even like really expand upon what the situation was. So it was ineffective, in my opinion. You know, ineffective. But good back and forth battle. Good back and forth battle. I still want to see Phenom. I still want to see Phantom again. I still want to see Phantom again. He's exciting. He has the energy. He's animated, so he's worth seeing. But you talked a whole bunch to lose to Almighty Phenom. You know, you lost the battle. You lost the battle, but it was a good back and forth battle. Salute the Almighty Phenom. Hashtag just a dead nigga. You was getting mad about that. Like, it's cool. It's cool. Good battle. Good battle. Also salute the to Phantom because he had a dope RBE scheme within this round. So salute to that. Um, at that point, that was the best back and forth battle, and the two of them, Phenom and Phantom, had the best performances so far. Um, Next battle was Nick Cafe versus Mix. Now, I'm only familiar with Nick Cafe from Twitter, as far as the spaces. I know he does a lot of space cards. You know, I knew he rapped, but I ain't never seen one of his battles. So first time seeing him rap, I'm like, all right, he got some lines. He cool. You know, so he had a cool round. Mix, never heard of Mix before. Never seen him rap. Mix is fire. I know he represents the West Coast as far as Arizona. Hopefully, get to see him again on iBattle. He's dope. I had Migs 1-0. I had Migs 1-0, but that was a dope battle. It was a dope battle. Um, After them, you had Flair Soul versus Pyrex Jones. Pyrex Jones was Collie. Now he's we go hard. Now he's we go hard. Like he been doing his numbers. He's definitely gotten better from like in the beginning of when I first started seeing him battle. Like Pyrex Jones had a solid round. He had a solid round. He was rapping, because he knew Sylvester Soda's not a slouch. Sylvester Soda's not a slouch. Sylvester Soda started rapping and it was over. He showed why he's him, why he's battling the competition he's getting, why he's where he's at. He showed it, you know. Good back and forth battle, but Flair sold 1-0. Next battle was HF Smooth versus Tariq LaFlair. Um, Tariq LaFlair was dope. He just needed to pace. He needed to pace and slow down when rapping. Um, a lot of people was wondering why he had his hoodie over his head, then had his hat over his hood. That was weird looking, you know. But like he has some bars. He just gotta slow down though. Slow down and pace better. He'll and I think that was only his second live battle. Like most of his battles have been space battles. So, you gotta make the adjustment from not having an audience to being having an audience and being on stage. That's the adjustment and like how certain things work with that. Um HF Smooth, he was cool. Like to me it sounded like he was just freestyling the round. It didn't fully seem written to me. Or it just could be his delivery. His delivery and how he raps. It just seemed like he was just too laid back cool with how he was rapping it. So it came off as if they were like throwaway bars or like he was freestyling it. He was on a whim with it. Like whatever came to mind, he was like trying to connect it as he was rapping. Um I gave it to HS Smooth 1-0. It was alright battle. It was alright battle in my opinion. KP versus NSEJP. I wasn't familiar with either one of them. Um NSEJP went first. He has he has some dope bars. He did. He has some dope bars. Um Solid round, no stumbles, no chokes. Got through the round, paced very well, rapped very well. I would definitely want to see NSE JP again. I would want to see him again. KP, I never seen him. I'm not familiar with him either, but I believe he had the LA hat on, so he reps the West Coast also. Um, he punching, punching like his. You had to like really be listening and following what he was saying. Because it's like he was rapping, but then he would get into the punch. Like he was really good, really good in my opinion. I would like to see KP again. I gave KP the battle. You know, it could be a preference battle, and I'm gonna say it could be a preference battle. For me, I liked KP's style. Now, in it, NSEJP was rapping, but for me, I preferred KP. So I wouldn't be mad if somebody told me NSEJP won. Overall, good back and forth battle. Next battle was Skelly versus Tony Nova. Now, Skelly, I'm familiar with because he's part of RBE's intake, so I'm familiar with him. But this is the first time I've actually seen him battle. First time I actually seen him battle. Um, you are very talented, Scully. I know you were out before, then you took a hiatus break, which whatever you want to call it, and you're just coming back out now. That State Farm bar, like no, it's not State Farm, but like it's the you'll see when you watch the battle. It's not State Farm, but he had a bar, but it was original in the way that he did it. You know, it's one of the commercials. Um, and I should have wrote it down. I knew I'd forget it by the time I would do the recap. But you know it was good or it was clever when Tony Bro salutes you on Twitter, and he did that to Scully. Um, it was he had a solid round. Tony Nova, I believe, represents Detroit New Midwest movement. He had a little slip up in the battle, but he was cool in how he got back into it. Like the material he got out was fire. Was fire. I liked it. I liked it. But Scully had the more polished round and better material. Like Tony Nova had some bars. He had some bars. But the moment of that battle was Scully's bar about the commercial. When you watch the battle, you'll know what I'm talking about because the crowd went crazy over it. That was the moment of that battle. Scully won 1-0. I still want to see Tony Nova again. I said I would go look him up. Like I like what I saw. So I want to see like who else he's battled. I would definitely want to see him back on iBattle. Um, Mello won 5 versus Stiz. Stiz reps DMV, so salute to him. Um, if I heard correctly, Mellow 1-5 represented New Jersey, I think it was. Um, Good back and forth battle. Good back and forth battle. I had it as a debatable. I would want to see it again. I would want to see Mellow 1-5 versus Kingston's again to really say. But I have it as debatable right now. Both of them did their numbers. First time seeing both of them. That's why I say like salute the Lex Luthor and iBattle because a lot of these guys I'm not familiar with. But now that I've watched them, I want to go watch some of their other battles. Or I'm intrigued to see who they battle next. What iBattle cards are going to be on next. Um, Kunal the King versus Mason. I really wasn't tuned into that battle like that. Can't really tell you who won it. Honestly, like these last three battles, I really wasn't interested in. Um, Last Will versus J Piff. Last Will I'm familiar with because he did do the RBE intake and he battled Hero and he was ass then. He was ass far as that battle. I was trying to give him benefit of the doubt. Hoping the next time I see him rap, he was gonna be better. In my opinion, he was still ass tonight. I had J Piff with the win. And then the last battle was Memo versus Raja Reborn. I Last battle of the night, I had no interest really in the battle. I couldn't tell you really who won. But, overall, good battle. They got their next card is coming up February 24th. I know Rada's on that card. I believe Saga's on that card. Um, that's gonna be a really good card. I believe they have a pay per view for that, or if you got the iBattle app to watch it. They got a 420 card coming up. I believe they're going on the road, so it's a lot of good things to look forward to far as iBattle. But y'all definitely got some new talent over there. It was only honestly a few people I was familiar with far as iBattle prior to really watching this event. Tariq, um, Archduke, Los Prey, Fibo, who else? King Yoshimitsu, Def the Kid, but he's also RBE also, Appa. So it was a few I was familiar with. I look forward to what y'all got next. I really do. And I'm gonna keep my eye on it, keep my eyes open for it. But salute to Lex Luthor, salute to iBattle, free event, 14 one-round battles. You couldn't I could say what I want about the battlers, but then to know it was a free event and these guys and lady were newer battlers, so it's a developmental league, chance for them to get their talents out there, be seen by people, kind of get critiqued a little bit, and then kind of learn in the process to, what you need to tweak, what you need to add, what you need to fix. Pacing was a big thing. Stumbling, choking was a thing for some people. Running lines back. Like you had people trying to run lines back because they were trying not to choke, and then you had people running lines back because the first time you said the bar, there was no reaction. So you ran the bar back hoping for a reaction and still didn't get a reaction. But there's some talent there. Salute the RBE as far as the intake. They went 2-0 tonight with Skelly and Almighty Phenom. But yeah, February 24th, the next iBattle card. Make sure y'all tune into that and everything else that's coming up with them.